Hey, what's happening, everybody? I would like to start this one off by saying I think the stuff within the Sebastian Rogers case has hit an all-time high. There's so many conspiracies. People need to sit down and relax a little bit. Things are all over the place. It's out of control. But I did hear something today that blew my mind. Blew my mind. And I thought about it, and this is part of their playbook. It sure is. So what I heard was a woman who has claimed, actually, that she fell in love with Chris Proudfoot. Wait for it. Wait for it. Over some phone conversation. So let's go ahead and dip into this. I'm going to break all this bullshit down. And this is just pathetic, crazy, but that's just where we're at, I think.
I was, me and Justice for Glam were talking on a regular basis off the app. I mean, we would talk for hours off the app on a daily basis. And she was having these really long conversations with Chris Proudfoot to the point that she was basically falling for the man. And she's a paralegal, and she was doing a lot of, work, whether it be in her mind or in her heart or legally being paid, I don't know. But, she was working the case as far as emotionally goes. You know what I mean? Like her emotions were invested in this case.
I've never seen so many autistic parents. I've never seen so many nurses and paralegals and legal assistants. And what is this? What even is this? Hey, have you searched over there, that area? How do you fall in love talking to somebody about a missing kid? People, there's some nutcases out here on this internet thing, but this has got to be taking the cake. If it's not a play, out of control, people.
And she was, falling in love with this guy, Chris, to what she told me, and she was feeling a certain type of way about him, and so she was defending him for every turn, you know what I mean? So she would come to me and she'd be like, well, one of the things that she said to me, it seemed to me that the Proudfoots, that Katie and Chris, the narrative that they were trying to put out was that Seth was abusing Sebastian, right? That was the narrative that it appeared was being put out in the public by Christopher when he would say things like, if the public really knew, or, different things. And with the report with Katie and the report coming out and this, that, and the other, they were alluding to this idea. Well, Justice had basically said something to me to the effect of, she said basically that if the Proudfoots had hidden Sebastian, but had done so and could prove that they were doing it to protect him from Seth because he was a child predator, and if they could prove that he was, that they were doing it to protect Sebastian, then if they
all right, people, this is out of control on so many levels, man. This is coming at me at Twitter, okay, at a channel called You Should Be Ashamed of Yourself. It's from what I see on Twitter, I support what they do, but this is not their content, and this is not what they are saying, okay? I'm just playing the clip, right? Subscribe to the channel. Anyway, this is out of control. There's no receipts with this. There's no receipts. This is like an elaborate story from some mental case who actually is telling somebody, hey, I think I fell. Just think about that conversation. How you start catching feelings about missing children, abuse, hiding bodies. You're a warped individual. People, we have voted, and there's no receipts on this. This is out of control. This is what I mean, man. And I want to break this down because people, and I would not even doubt, right, that there's going to be some fake screenshots coming or this or that or whatever else, which would be way too late and make it more generic at face value. But this is a play of what these tragedy pimps do, right? If you go back, right, and I'm speaking to all, right, all people, right, no matter who you feel about the case, the green team, they have their little, they have their plays, they have their ways, right? Each case, right, it's always edited photos in each case. Just go back one case to Summer Wells, right? Then it's let's stir some shit up between the parents, right? Let's attack the relationship. This is just what they're doing. It's pathetic and wide open for anybody. But where's the receipts? At any rate, you look like a complete mental case for saying that you're falling in love with somebody with in conversation about a missing child. Look, people. Chris talks to a lot of creators, man. And this is so debunkable, it's unreal. I used to talk to him, but I started, I got a crush and, I fell head over heels.
Slap on the wrist. And ever since she proposed that idea to me, I was pretty convinced that was what happened, because the way that she proposed it to me, it made me feel like that was what they had done. Like they had basically listed him off, and that their story was that they were going to say that they were doing it to protect Sebastian from his father, and that as long as they can prove that in a court of law, it's not a slap on the wrist. It's a misdemeanor. They won't get in very much trouble. And this was just what she was saying. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a paralegal. I don't know shit about shit.
Okay, it even gets worse. Now, this paralegal, she says she is self-proclaimed paralegal who has fell in love off freaking phone conversations, is saying because of this elaborate story, actually, if they do this thing that she thought up in her crazy head, she won't get in too much trouble. It's a slap on the wrist. That's actually called kidnapping in Tennessee. They would be looking at like 15 to 20 years each. People, this is like the mental cases, right? That are There's a lot of stuff going on with that case right now. There's conspiracies everywhere. Shit is on all-time high, right? People take it down a notch. This is the playbook. This is what they do, right? This one is just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, right? Now I know what people are going to say, right? Here's the thing. Oh, white boy, you're just defending Chris Proudfoot. Hey, look, here's the deal. This actually happened to Seth, and I defended him. What are you talking about? I'll break it down right now. There was a lady who literally got arrested for Seth. There's multiple protection orders against the lady right now as we speak. This lady actually put a tattoo on the small of her back, middle tramp stamp, if you will, right? With the child's name that she's not even allowed to say with a protection order, right? This lady even, right, admitted she wants to move to Tennessee, right? This lady, now this part, I'm getting a couple facts mixed up, so I'm paraphrasing right now. But when she went to Tennessee, she wanted to work in the pork business. I can't remember. It's a little flustered, but you see what I'm saying. I did this for Seth. I tried to say BHB was in love with him. And, it's just dismissed. And I just, so I don't want to hear that shit from anybody who's, feeling some way, because absolutely I call out on both ways. I think this one's a mental case and that one's a mental case without a doubt. People, calm it down, man. It's getting out of control with this case. It's at an all-time high, people. It really is at an all-time high. I mean, just think about it, right? I think that we should all look forward to, if you pay attention to this case, I think it's important everybody looks forward to that America's Most Wanted show coming out, right? With all three parents. I think that's a good goal for people to look at, and let's just see what happens, because it could be everybody's civilized. They should take a lot of the stuff down. The conspiracies are crazy. I'm seeing it in my comments. I'm reading them, and man, come on. I understand it. I get it, but it's out of control, people. It's out of control. All right, man. I just wanted to share this with you guys. Again, this is crazy. This happens. But if you go back throughout case to case, go back on the cases covered by the Green Team members, right? All of them. They everything that you've seen in this case, they've done the same playbook with other families. It's been going on a long time, people. My OGs, I know that you know, but we have to keep the awareness going on these complete scumbags. It's what I have for you today, guys. Stay smart out here on these YouTube streets. Use your own brain. Be a free thinker. Think for yourself. Until the next one.
What's up, guys? Hope you enjoyed the video. Do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe to my clip channel at WhiteBoyRadio Clips, and in the description box is the link to be a member. Become a member if you can. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay safe, stay smart. Peace.